Talking about shit in Formula 1 that nobody likes, it's in a nutshell!
Instead of talking about an F1 team, let's talk about an F1 driver, specifically my main man Nigel Mansell, who had the second greatest moustache in the world next to Jeff Ramsey. This beautiful hunk of a man was born on the 8th of August 1953 in Upton-on-Severn in England. His career started slower than usual due to him being poor as fuck. He had to use his own money to get through the ranks. When he got to British Formula Ford, he won the championship in 1977, even though the poor bastard was close to being paralysed. He broke his fucking neck! This guy is a hard nut. Fast forward to 1978, where he raced an F3. His first car was a piece of shit and wasn't competitive. Story of his life. But in his first race he ended up in second place. He continued to drive an F3 until 1980 when he ended up in a massive accident with, who could have guessed, Andrea Cesaris. I mean shit, if it was anyone else it would have been really surprising. He was hospitalised again with a broken vertebrae. No joke, this guy is indestructible. His F1 debut started in 1980 and participated in 3 races. He retired in 2 and was disqualified in 3rd. Fast forward to 1985 and Mansell moved from Lotus to Williams, and that's where he won his first Grand Prix, specifically the European Grand Prix in Brands Hatch. But that didn't really matter because a certain French motherfucker won the championship that year. Anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. Nigel Mansell! 1986, Mansell had a legit chance of winning the season, winning 5 races coming into the Australian Grand Prix and had a lead of 6 points. But suddenly, fate likes to rear its ugly ass again and destroy absolutely every chance that Mansell had of a first championship, by destroying left rear tyre the last race of the season, giving the championship to Alain Prost. Again. 1987, Mansell had another title battle, and coming into Suzuka, he looked to be the favourite until he crashed again. This time injuring his spine. Yes, his spine. And he survived. 1988 we don't talk about because McLaren made that season super predictable, and yet people say 80s and 90s were better for F1. You fucking idiots. 1989 we also don't talk about because the Ferrari's gearbox sucked balls and... that moment. Fast forward to 1992 where Mansell had a new car with
Active suspension!
Giving him a massive advantage over the rest of the field, winning 9 out of the 16 races, and finally becoming the Formula 1 World Champion. Woo. 1993, he fucked off from F1 and entered IndyCar, entering with the Newman-Haas team, and surprise surprise, he crashed again. This time he only had a concussion and a broken back. Yep, this guy is Iron Man incarnate. 1994, he went back to F1 and won the last race of the season. Yes, the one we don't talk about. No, not that one, the other one. Yeah, that one. Yeah, he won that one. And so that summarises the long and painful career of Nigel Mansell. Join us next time when we talk about more things F1 related. Have a good day.